Morning again, Daryl. Part 2 of our Quake series. 1994. 4:30 in the morning, January 17th. 1994. I'm sleeping. It was Martin Luther King birthday. It was one of those. It was just a popped up holiday that the state and federal decided we're going to celebrate Martin Luther King for his works. We're going to be celebrating his life by having a day off from work. I was working, and this was years later, since the '89. We had a few shakers before the Quake series up in Northern California or NorCal. We had landers. We had landers hit back in '87. Was that '86 or '87? I think no. I started working over at Circuit City at '87 on that one. So I'm going back into the. We'll get back into the list again. Let's see what the hell happened. So shortly before we actually had the fun zone up in Northern California, Loma Prieta hitting went crazy. Imperial Valley, south, well, let's see, southeast of San Diego County, they had a 6.5. During those days, I guess the San Andreas was really rocking and rolling during those areas because the fault lines were shifting like crazy during those days. I remember in 1987, before I started work, well, actually, it was the first or second week I started work over at Circuit City. We had the Whittier Narrows. Oh, 87 on that one. Shit, that was a monster. October 1st. My God, I was just starting work during the first week of that time. First or second week, sometime. I already cleared my blood, the drug testing we had, and found out I was clean. Passed the lie detector test, and I got drafted from Thrifty's drugstore and ice cream area to Circuit City Northridge. It was a 5.9. It was a pretty good shocker, too. Not as damaging, but it was still a good shocker to scare the shit out of people left and right. So we actually had the earthquake. My mom and I and Dave were living in Granada Hills at the time. We were along Devonshire and Woodley area. It was a walk, but it was still a walk. It was a good stretch of exercise for my feet during those days and my legs. I was a lot skinnier during those times, too. I remember. Trying to find a cheap house to live in those days, I swear. So, here we are. And if you go back into the Google Maps, as Professor River will say, please, students consult the Google Maps at this point. You will notice, in this midst of urbanite sprawl that we have over here, in this section, we have an area called Devonshire and Woodley. Now, if you were looking at the Google Maps and you happen to see something like a 7-Eleven pop by, use that as a reference. Mr. Daryl has his hands raised up. I see. Well, you want a further explanation of the area. Okay. I will continue to elucidate, sir. There's a corner store. There's a corner area of called Colette in Blackhawk area. It's a looks like a damn curve there. Northeast area. Along said area was a house my family and I moved out. Actually, moved into during my last year of high school back in '84. We lived there since '84 to '88. It was a nice place. It was a nice place to live during those days. And used a alleyway to get through it, get to the street, get to the bus stop, or just walk. First week, walked it. I did say Thrifties, didn't I? A little side note here, my friend. I know I'm going to throw you off on this one, but bear with me here. On the other side of the 405 freeway, along Devonshire, there is a shopping center of Sepulveda and Devonshire. And a long time ago, God rest its soul, and I miss that place. We actually had Thrifty Drugs and ice cream before they got bought out and absorbed by Rite Aid. I used to work over there as a stockman for about 2.5 months, 2.5, 3 months in that area. And then this one little lady comes in, Mary McPhail. Oh, good. Backstabber. Anyway, my nicest during those days. Still a backstabber at the end. She gave me her card. She was looking at the store and going doing some shopping, and I'm in the ice cream area relieving the ice cream guy. I'm doing up my personality. I'm throwing in a personality while giving ice cream. People are laughing and having a fun time over there. And then she comes up. She likes my attitude. Gives me a card. Give me a call. I gave her a call. I talked to a guy named Dave Otto, who was the operation manager at the place. But she was also another operations manager as well. I mean, they had a couple of managers running that place. She was cash office manager at the time. Eventually, through a long process, I got in the store of Circuit City, Northridge. So, away we go. From the 7-Eleven area on Devonshire and Woodley, I'd walk that distance all the way over to Devonshire and Balboa. I'd walk it there and walk it back home. But on that particular day, when I got a week or two that I got hired, we had the quake, and after that, we were having aftershocks. We were feeling like crazy. I'm looking at every damn pole while I'm walking up the street to the job. I'm looking at the cars. I'm trying to see if there's going to be anything else falling on top of me. We get over to the store, and I'll tell you, I went crazy with my ma on this one. Okay, I didn't want to go to work that day. I don't care if I lost the job or not. Ma cared I was going to lose that job if I didn't go. The place is going to be destroyed. You got to get over there to help clean it up. Thanks a lot, Ma. So much for my health. Go. We want that rent money. So, second week in the job, I'm going there. I'm scared shitless. I go into the store, and it's all still pristine. Nothing's moved out of place. Everything's just there. I'm like, what the hell was she doing to me? Give me a damn con job? I was going to start shift anyway, so what the hell? Crazy. I completed the shift, went home, and Ma, nothing happened. Well, wasn't that wonderful? Wasn't that good? I gotta laugh at stuff like that, I gotta laugh at the memories. But we go forward. We go back to, actually, we go forward to 1994. Somebody start up the Back to the Future theme. Da, da, da. Okay, so Sherman, actually Daryl. 1994. My family and I had already moved from, let's see, it was along Woodley in Sepulveda. Well, it used to be called Sepulveda, but it was called North Hills at the time. They changed the name so many damn times right now. I don't even know what the hell it is anymore. But I lived close to between Woodley and Parthenia, right next to a side street called Rayan. And, we had a falling out with our landlord. Somehow he found a way to do a 3-day eviction. Normally it's about 30 days and there's a little bit longer time. But he found a way through the damn court systems to issue and use the sheriff's department to give us a 3-day eviction notice. We found a place, thank God, and I thank God on this one. It was along Clare Street between Satacoy and Sherman Way, right by Tampa. Oh. hotspot on Devonshire divisions. And no, actually, that was McKeever. But we still living in a hotspot according to West Valley Police Station during that time. I'm scrolling through. Roscoe is north of us. Satakoy, thank you. Where were we at? Satakoy, Sherman away. And I was looking for Tampa at this point. I gotta get over to Kaiser to get my damn glasses fixed. I gotta get them repaired. This is driving me nuts. I miss not having those things on. I miss having them on my face. Because then I can see what the hell I'm looking at half the time in the first place. This drives me nuts. Okay, here we go. Satakoy, Tampa. There's the shopping center. Okay, good. And we look at Sylvia. No, we don't want to see Sylvia. We want to see Claire. And there she is. Cohasset. There's Tampa. Cohasset was the street to get to Claire. Uh, one, two, three. Three streets in on the east. And a little further north from Cohasset, about one house above. 7416 Clare Avenue. I lived there for about 12 to 13 years. Some things you just don't forget as much. As much. But that was home. We were still getting stuff unpacked in 92 when we moved over there. 93, let's see. It was 93 that we actually moved in. I think it was January that we moved in. I started a temp job in a place of Northridge, a place called Great Western Bank when it was there. But I did promise about the 94 earthquake, didn't I? Okay. I'll talk about more about the memories on that one. It's going to be a fourth video on that one, but let's do the quake, shall we? Let me do the quake on the next video. Sorry.